Hello and welcome to The Human Curious. If you love exploring the mysteries of our world, you're in the right place. Here, curiosity is our compass, and every question is an adventure. So, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, share, and like this video to join our ever-growing community of curious minds. Your support helps us dive deeper into the wonders that make our universe so fascinating. Let's get curious, together. 7. It seems to follow us, woven into our daily lives. The week has 7 days, a simple, inescapable rhythm. This cycle repeats, structuring our work and rest. Look up at the sky after a storm. A rainbow arcs across the horizon with 7 colors, a law of physics. We divide the waters into 7 vast oceans and organize the land into 7 continents. The Big Dipper consists of 7 bright stars. We speak of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. It's a number that feels lucky, sacred, and complete. Why does this single digit resonate so deeply with us? Perhaps the answer lies not just in the world outside, but in the world within. Our very perception of reality seems to be filtered through a lens of 7. Take the universal language of music. Across countless cultures, the foundation of melody is the diatonic scale of 7 distinct notes. This internal framework extends beyond our hearing. In psychology, there is a concept known as the magical number 7, plus or minus 2. There is a belief that the body completely renews itself over a cycle of 7 years. It suggests that on a fundamental level, we become new people every 7 years. So we find this number in the light we see and the music we hear. We find it in the limits of our own minds and the renewal of our bodies. Is the universe constructed in a way that makes 7 a natural point of focus? The pattern is too persistent to ignore. This brings us to a profound and tantalizing question. A question that sits at the intersection of science, history, and philosophy. What if the number 7 is more than just a number? What if it is not simply a coincidence, a fluke of statistics, or a quirk of human psychology? What if its constant recurrence is not random at all? Imagine for a moment that this pattern is a message, a signal, a deliberate feature embedded into the very source code of reality, a signature left by the architect of the cosmos, visible to anyone who takes the time to look closely at the world around them. Let us entertain this possibility. Let us embark on a journey of investigation. If 7 is a code, what is it trying to tell us? Is it a fundamental rule of nature like gravity or the speed of light? A mathematical principle that dictates how the universe organizes itself, from the smallest particles to the largest galaxies? Perhaps it is a law of complexity, a point of stability where chaos naturally settles into elegant and enduring patterns. The universe might not be random at all, but instead, an intricate symphony playing out according to hidden rules, with 7 as one of its key signatures. This idea is not new. For thousands of years, ancient civilizations seem to be on the verge of this same discovery. They were captivated, even obsessed, with the number 7. They saw it not as a coincidence, but as a divine fingerprint. They etched it into their most sacred beliefs and built their cosmologies around it. From the 7 heavens of ancient Mesopotamia to the 7 chakras of Hindu and yogic traditions, humanity has long intuited that this number holds a special power. It was seen as a bridge between the earthly and the divine, a key to understanding the hidden order of all things. Today, we stand at a unique crossroads. We have the tools of modern science to analyze the patterns in nature. We have the historical records to study the beliefs of our ancestors. And we have the capacity for wonder, to ask the biggest questions of all. In this investigation, we will journey through science, mythology, and sacred scripture. We will explore the evidence from the colors in our sky to the verses in our holy books. We will ask a bold question. Does the number 7 hold the secret code to our universe? The answer may change the way you see everything. The journey begins now. The quest for a cosmic code begins with light. White light, once considered pure, holds a stunning secret. Passing sunlight through a prism unfurls a breathtaking rainbow. White light fractures into 7 colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet. This spectrum is a fundamental law of optics, each color a specific energy and frequency. It is always 7. This constant spectrum, a universal truth, hints at a hidden numerical framework. The foundation of our visual reality is built upon this number. Is the universe showing us a fundamental operating principle? The 7 colors of the spectrum might be the first letters of reality's alphabet. It invites us to search for this number in other domains of the natural world. If light provides the visual alphabet of the universe, then sound provides its grammar. Music is a universal language. When we break music down, we encounter our mysterious number. The foundation of Western music is the diatonic scale, consisting of 7 distinct notes. Ancient thinkers believed the relationships between these 7 musical notes mirrored the structure of the cosmos itself. They spoke of the music of the spheres. Now we have light and sound, both structured around the number 7. The chances of this being a mere coincidence are starting to shrink. It suggests that the principles of harmony converge on this specific number. The pattern does not stop with the invisible waves of light and sound. It extends down into the very building blocks of matter itself. The field of chemistry is our attempt to understand what everything is made of and how it all fits together. At the heart of this discipline lies one of science's greatest achievements, the periodic table of elements. It is a master key to the properties of matter, a systematic arrangement of all the known atoms in the universe. The table is organized into rows, which are called periods. And as you may have guessed, there are exactly 7 periods in the standard periodic table. Each period represents a new energy level for the electrons orbiting the nucleus of an atom. As you move from period 1 to period 7, the atoms become larger and more complex, filling up a new principal energy shell. This 7-level structure dictates the chemical properties of all the elements, from the simplest hydrogen atom to the most complex, man-made substances. It is a fundamental law of quantum mechanics, a rule that governs how matter can exist, the architecture of all the physical stuff in the universe. The air you breathe, the water you drink, the device you are watching this on, is based on a 7-tiered system. The code of 7 appears in another fundamental aspect of chemistry, the way atoms arrange themselves into solid forms. When elements cool and solidify, their atoms often lock into highly ordered, repeating patterns. These are known as crystals. Crystallographers have discovered that all of the millions of possible crystal structures can be classified into just 7 fundamental systems. These 7 crystal systems, cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, monoclinic, triclinic, hexagonal, and trigonal, are the basic geometric blueprints for the solid world. From a tiny grain of salt to a massive quartz crystal, every solid structure conforms to one of these 7 underlying patterns. Once again, we are faced with an astonishing convergence. The rules that govern the energy levels of electrons inside an atom, and the rules that govern how those atoms join together to form solid matter, both hinge on the number 7. This is not about human perception or artistic preference. This is the hard, cold language of physics and chemistry. It is the fundamental instruction set for how our universe builds things. It suggests that from the subatomic to the macroscopic, matter has an inherent tendency to organize itself according to a 7-fold pattern. The signature is written not just in light and sound, but in stone and metal. Having found the code in light, music, and matter, we turn to life. Does this pattern persist in biology? There's a belief that the human body renews itself every 7 years. Nearly every cell is replaced. While nuanced, the principle holds true. The skeleton remodels itself roughly every decade. You are not the same person you were 7 years ago. By the 7th week of gestation, essential organs begin to form. The number 7 appears again and again. Are we uncovering a universal blueprint, a code that dictates the stable structures of reality? The trail of the code leads us into human consciousness, history, myths, and legends. Cultures elevated the number 7 to a sacred status, embedding it into their grandest achievements. The 7 wonders of the ancient world captured the pinnacle of human artistry. The list included the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, and the Colossus of Rhodes. The number 7 conveyed a sense of completeness, the ultimate expression of human potential. This reverence extended far beyond monuments, repeating in how ancient peoples viewed the world. Ancient mariners spoke of the 7 seas, a symbolic representation of the watery unknown. Legend holds that Rome was built upon 7 hills, a symbol of its enduring strength. The significance of 7 permeated the intellectual and spiritual worlds. In ancient Greece, reverence was paid to the 7 sages, intellectual pillars of their civilization. The concept of a 7-fold spiritual structure extended to the ancient Near East. Mesopotamian religions conceptualized the universe as having 7 heavens. If there were 7 heavens above, the journey to the underworld would be equally structured with 7 gates. From the sages on earth to the heavens above and the underworld below, ancient cultures used the number 7 to map out all of existence. 7 was the key to understanding the hidden architecture of the cosmos. They were all reading the same code. The obsession with the number 7 was a truly global phenomenon. In India, we find the 7 chakras, energy centers within the human body. In Japan, Shintoism and Buddhism share a belief in the 7 lucky gods. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, Genesis describes creation in 6 days, with God resting on the seventh. The evidence is overwhelming. The code was universal. The number 7 is a foundational principle in Islamic cosmology, not just a motif but a blueprint for the universe. The Qur'an repeatedly references the 7 heavens, describing them as distinct layers of creation. In Surah Al-Mulk, verse 3, He who created 7 heavens in layers. You do not see in the creation of the Most Merciful any inconsistency. This verse presents the universe as a multi-layered reality, each layer a sign of divine perfection. The concept of 7 heavens is woven throughout the Qur'an, not as myth, but as a revealed truth. The Prophet Muhammad's night journey, Isra and Miraj, describes his ascent through these 7 realms, meeting prophets at each level. This journey cements the 7 heavens as a structured spiritual reality, a ladder from earth to the divine. Here 7 is not just a pattern, it's the architecture of existence. The universe is depicted as a 7-tiered structure, each level with its own purpose. The code of 7 in the Qur'an is a divine signature, echoing through the cosmos. It's a reminder that the patterns we see in nature are reflections of a grander cosmic order. The 7 heavens stand as the ultimate expression of this code, a divine blueprint for all creation. Quick break. Let's shake things up for a moment. Here's a fun question for you. What's the most mysterious number you've ever encountered? Maybe it's 7, or maybe it's something totally unexpected, like the number 137, or the infamous 666. Drop your answer in the comments below, and don't go anywhere. There are even more mind-blowing facts coming up right after this. Let's see who can stump us with the weirdest number story. The code of 7 in Islam is enacted in the sacred rituals of Hajj, bringing cosmic order into human action. The tawaf, circling the Kaaba, is performed exactly 7 times, uniting millions in a 7-fold rhythm of devotion. This movement is not arbitrary, it's a divinely prescribed act, transforming motion into worship. Next, the Sa'i pilgrims traverse between Safa and Marwa 7 times, reenacting Hagar's search for water and God's mercy. The number 7 frames this journey, turning struggle into sacred memory. In the ritual of Rami al-Jamarat, pilgrims throw 7 pebbles at each of 3 pillars, symbolizing the rejection of evil. Each act is precisely structured around 7, embedding the number into the spiritual and physical memory of every pilgrim. Through these rituals, the code of 7 becomes a lived experience, aligning the faithful with divine order. The Hajj is not just a journey, it's a choreography of 7, echoing the structure of the heavens. Every step, every circuit, is a lesson in cosmic harmony. The pilgrim's body becomes an instrument, resonating with the sacred frequency of 7. In Islam, the code of 7 is not just observed, it is embodied. The code of 7 is embedded in the very words of the Qur'an, most notably in its opening chapter, Al-Fatihah. Al-Fatihah, recited in every Muslim prayer, consists of exactly 7 verses. These verses, called the 7 oft repeated, summarize the entire Quranic message: praise, dominion, and a plea for guidance. The structure is not coincidental, it's highlighted within the Qur'an itself. In Surah Al-Hijr, verse 87, "And we have certainly given you, O Muhammad, 7 of the often repeated verses, and the great Qur'an." This explicit mention elevates the number 7 from pattern to divine design. 7 frames the universe, choreographs pilgrimage, and structures the most recited prayer. For Muslims, this is a unified message, a sign of Tawheed, the oneness of the Creator. The code of 7 weaves together cosmos, ritual, and scripture. It's not a coincidence, but a deliberate thread of unity. The 7 verses of Al-Fatihah are a microcosm of the entire faith. The code of 7 is the heartbeat of Islamic spirituality. In Islam, 7 represents completeness and perfection, a divine seal on creation, ritual, and prayer. The 7 heavens signify a finished cosmos, 7 circuits and trips mark complete rituals, 7 verses form a perfect prayer. Each instance of 7 marks the point of divine completion. This is a signature, a mark of intelligent design woven into existence. The recurrence of 7 in nature and revelation is not coincidence, but a reflection of a single creative source. The code is consistent, from physics to faith pointing to one creator. 7 is not a mystery to solve, but a truth to witness, a call to recognize harmony and order in all things. It invites reflection, showing the interconnectedness of the universe and the divine. The world becomes a book of signs, each marked with the signature of 7. Recognizing this code transforms chaos into a purposeful, unified reality. The number 7 echoes through nature, myth, and scripture, hinting at a deeper purpose. Could 7 be a fundamental blueprint for reality? A core rule in the universe's operating system? Perhaps it's a constant of stability, dictating how energy and matter organize into enduring forms. 7 may be the point where chaos resolves into harmony, allowing life to emerge. The 7 colors of light, notes of music, and periods of the periodic table all reflect this stability. 7 isn't just a description, it's a prescription for how reality functions. If true, this means the universe is built on elegant mathematical foundations. Life and consciousness may be natural outcomes of these rules, not mere accidents. The code of 7 is the universe's internal logic, guiding the formation of everything from atoms to galaxies. We don't just live in the universe, we inhabit a 7-based matrix of reality. Understanding this code could unlock profound insights into existence itself. 7 is the architecture of order in a sea of possibility. The code of 7 may be more than a blueprint. It could be a metaphysical message, a divine signature. 7 is a motif woven by the Creator, a reminder that the universe is crafted with intention and beauty. Its recurrence in nature and scripture is designed to evoke wonder and reflection. The signature calls us to look deeper, to see unity beneath apparent chaos. It's a universal message, transcending culture and time, inviting all to recognize a higher order. Ancient stargazers and modern scientists alike are drawn to the elegance of 7. The code is both blueprint and autograph, the laws of reality and the message of its maker. The divine architect uses 7 as both structure and signature. Science and spirit converge in this code, making the physical laws themselves a message. The code of 7 is where the logic of the cosmos and the intention behind it become one. It's a quiet whisper from the Creator. I am here, I made this, and I made it complete. In 7, we find the ultimate fusion of order, meaning, and wonder. Beyond a blueprint, there is a transformative possibility. What if the code is something to be used? Understanding the vibration of the number 7 is a key that can unlock a higher state of awareness and a guide to achieving inner alignment and spiritual growth. The 7 chakras are a system for self-realization, tuning the body and mind to resonate with the cosmic order, moving from disharmony to wholeness. The number 7 is its time signature. Aligning with this 7-fold pattern, we can move to a state of flow. Cracking the code is an experiential one. The secret of 7 is a state you enter. It is a path to transforming our own consciousness. What if the code is not in the universe at all, but in us? We are the ultimate pattern-seeking animals. Our survival has depended on our ability to find signals in the noise. Our minds are hardwired to connect dots and find meaning, even where none may exist. We have already discussed the magical number 7, the approximate limit of our short-term memory. Consider the rainbow. Is it possible that many of the patterns we've discussed are not objective discoveries, but subjective creations? If the code is a product of our own minds, why is this specific number so deeply embedded in our cognitive architecture? The mystery of the universe turns into the mystery of the self. We've traced the signature of the number 7 across existence. It structures our weeks, paints our skies, and defines our music. This number is embedded in science. Ancient civilizations revered this number. In Islamic tradition, 7 is a foundational principle. What is this code for? Is it a blueprint, a divine signature, or a key to higher consciousness? Or is the pattern within us? Is the recurring number 7 coincidence, or a cosmic language? The evidence is all around us. The pattern feels too persistent, too meaningful to dismiss. Perhaps all explanations hold a piece of the truth. Maybe the universe is built upon a blueprint of stability, and our minds evolved to recognize this pattern. The scientific, psychological, and spiritual can be facets of the same magnificent reality. The true purpose of this code may be to inspire the question itself. The mystery of 7 pushes us to look deeper and reflect on our own consciousness. It connects disparate fields, reminding us that science, art, history, and spirituality attempt to read the same cosmic book. The number 7 is a gateway to curiosity and the human quest for meaning. The world looks different once you see the pattern. It invites us to pay closer attention and see the world as a web of profound connections. It is an invitation to live in a more enchanted world. The search enriches our journey. Thank you for watching The Human Curious. If you enjoyed this journey, please subscribe to our channel. Share this video with your friends, and leave a comment below with your thoughts or your own experiences with the number 7. Your curiosity fuels our exploration, and your support means the world to us. Stay curious, stay inspired, and together, let's keep uncovering the wonders woven into our universe. See you in the next adventure.